getting more than just the news is to ask straight and incisive questions. And these are excuses from the government?
No, it's their right.
And not settle for just any answer.
We've lost 2 years harvest as a result of Boko Haram insurgents.
We're talking of the real issues right now. Tomatoes is just one example. We speak to those behind the news and get details on issues the way they affect you. Dateline Abuja offers you a deeper perspective of what's in the news.
Welcome back. Let's move over now to Oyo State, where an appeal has gone out to striking workers there to suspend their industrial action, which is in its 4th week. Now, Oyo State Governor Abiola Ajimobi is calling on labor leaders to meet with government representatives to work out a way to share the available funds in the state coffers. The governor reached out to the workers in an interview with journalists, stressing that labor should give room for dialogue. He asked labor to show some understanding by discussing the way forward.
I'm using the opportunity to call on labor, on all stakeholders in the state, teachers, students, traders, farmers, artisans, even the thugs. When you fight, you still come to the table to talk. So we are calling on everybody, on labor, to please imbibe peace.
Governor Abiola Ajimobi of Oyo State. Let's move on now to Kwara State. Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed has described the decision by SERAP, a rights advocacy group, to petition him at the International Criminal Court for alleged non-payment of salaries as an attempt to whip up sentiment on an issue of national concern. Reacting to the group's petition, Governor Ahmed described it as baseless and lacking a foundation. He says Kwara State is up to date in the payment of salaries to state civil servants and pensioners. The state governor said despite experiencing a drop in monthly allocation from 3.2 billion to 800 million naira, the state government has sustained payment of its civil servants and pensioners through prudent management of resources and revenue reforms. Now, 2 days after the Nigeria Army reopened the Dikwa-Mafagamboro Road in Borno State, northeast Nigeria, 2 suicide bombers have attacked 2 different mosques in Damboa, killing themselves and 6 others. 1 other person was injured in that attack. Officials say the wounded has been taken to a nearby hospital while efforts are on to clear the rubble. In a related development, suspected Boko Haram terrorists attacked Gaskeri village ahead of Dalori on Thursday evening, where they killed 3 civilian vigilantes and even looted foodstuffs. The Nigerian troops and other security agencies have been mobilized to the area for adequate security. And now to the south region of the country. In line with its zero tolerance for crime, the Akwa Ibom State Police Command has arrested 9 people suspected to be involved in various crimes, ranging from kidnapping to robbery, rape, and operation of illegal task force in the state. The command's public relations officer, ASP Cordelia Nwawe, announced this while parading the suspects to journalists at police force headquarters in Uyo. Those paraded included a 3-man gang of suspected robbers and rapists who disguised as commercial tricycle operators, targeting female passengers, robbing and then raping them. Others were suspected kidnappers and illegal task force operators.
Kidnapping has arrested a young man who is a suspect kidnapper. He's actually the ransom man who takes funds and returns it back to the kidnappers when they actually get their victims. He's back here. I'd allow you to interview him from the axis where we arrested him. He's from the Eket axis. Unacceptable. All forms of kidnapping. If you're a kidnapper, it's better that you stay away from Akwa Ibom, because the commissioner, with his anti-kidnapping team, will get into anywhere to make sure that the target points are found.
Now, the return of peace to Gombe State in the northeast region of Nigeria has been applauded by citizens as the Eid al-Fitr celebration was crowned with the Durbar at the capital city, with the Emir leading other participants at the occasion. Governor Ibrahim Dankwambo commended the efforts of security agents towards restoring peace and order to the troubled region.
The Durbar is back in Gombe State after a long absence of celebrations of any kind in northeastern Nigeria owing to attacks by insurgents in the region. The festival is to commemorate the end of the holy month of Ramadan. Procession commenced with the parade of the Emir and his entourage on horses, accompanied by traditional music, pomp and pageantry, which featured a competition between the royal team, drummers, trumpeters, praise singers and wrestlers as the crowd enjoyed the event. Governor Ibrahim Dankwambo took time to commend the efforts of security operatives with a warning not to relent on the success achieved so far.
I also want to call on our security agencies to ensure that they exercise more vigilance at this time, to make sure that in this period, when some people may be planning one thing or the other, because in some places we will be at our lowest point, that they safeguard lives and properties.
Some prominent persons at the occasion also share their views on the return of peace.
One of the best Davas we have seen in the recent past. So we want to commend the governor of Gombe State for sustaining the peace, stability in the state, and then commend the people of Gombe also for their cooperation and support. Because this Gombe now, in the next few months, we are going to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the state.
For the past 5 years, no one had witnessed such festivities like this. And this shows that the governor has done a lot in terms of security in the state. And of course, even the Emir of Gombe has done quite a lot. And everyone is impressed with what we have seen today.
The return of normalcy to the state and the region has paved the way for those displaced to return to their ancestral homes and celebrate festivals without fear of attacks. There should be continuous synergy between the people and security agents in order to maintain the relative peace enjoyed by all.
And that's how we'll call it a wrap on the program News Across Nigeria. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I'm Ayotunde Balogun.